Hello, truck lovers. I think in my last year's wish list, or 2 years ago, I wished for a first generation Range Rover. And not only did Inno64 respond, but I believe also Mini GT is going to come out with theirs really soon. And did BM Creations make one? I can't remember. Well, anyways, there's at least 2 brands making classic Range Rovers now, so I think that's really neat. Surprised it took so long though for a premium brand to do it. Okay, what we're looking at here is the 1982 Camel trophy truck with dust effect. And in 1982, this event took place in Papua New Guinea. Okay, it's a nice little line drawing. And then approved by Land Rover. A bunch of accessories are listed. Okay. So your standard like crystal box thing here, and underneath it we have those fuel or water jugs and a cooler. Oh, the cooler actually has printing on it. I gotta get it out of the bag. Yeah, it says Camel Trophy. Cool. Very neat. Is there any tape? No, it's just a good friction fit, so that's nice. So it's not probably a good habit to do that. Alright, well, I gotta say, the base of this thing has a nice graphic on it. I don't know if that graphic is just a piece of paper glued down or a sticker, or if it's really printed on. Hopefully, well, maybe it's a sticker, but hopefully it won't peel off in the future. Hopefully. These mirrors are rigid. I think I'm going to leave it on the base, because I'm not going to display it outside of this box, so yeah, we'll just go with this. We're going to take this out, though. That seems in there. Okay. Alright, there are 5 generations of Range Rover nowadays, but the very first generation, which was still under British Leyland control before it became known as Land Rover, well, a Land Rover group took over. Anyways, this first generation was between 1969 to 1978, no, well, 1978 under British Leyland, but that same body style or whatnot carried through under Land Rover, and then that ran up until 1996. So the same body style existed for several decades. It's quite amazing it took that long before they changed the body style. Just a side note, Mini GT is going to have their version of this with these actual people from Papua New Guinea. I was debating holding out for that, but in general, Inno64 doesn't let me down, so maybe I'll just get a road version from Mini GT one day. I don't need to have a bunch of Papua New Guinea folk like that, you know. I don't have a deep emotional attachment to the Camel trophy. It's I guess they consider it a race, but going back to that photo, they're all racing the same vehicle, so to me that's, I guess it's a race, but it's not an automotive race I'm accustomed to where there are different brands competing, you know. Okay, a couple other things Wikipedia is telling me here. The classic Range Rover was only a 2-door body style up until 1981. And it was never designed as a luxury vehicle. It actually had vinyl seats and a plastic dashboard designed to be hosed out after it got dirty. It is a true 4x4 truck, meaning it actually is a body-on-frame construction style. It's not a monocoque. And then the engine choices were a 2.4 inline-4 diesel, and their biggest one would be a petrol-powered V8 of 4.2 liters, making 200 horsepower. So that's the stats that I cared about. Alright, let's get into this model now. I think you've seen a lot of it already, but I actually haven't because I've been reading text. So the mud effect, I figured why not, right? I mean, that's what they do in the Camel Trophy. So as I mentioned, the mirrors are rigid, so that's a little scary. Really nice if Inno64 would shift over to rubbery mirrors. The truck tires do look good. I mean, this is a truck doing some serious off-roading, so I think in this case these side blocks look appropriate. And then the wheels here, these stamped steel wheels, do look pretty much like those photographs in my opinion. We got a black center cap, the lug nuts in these recesses, so that looks good. I do like how these tires are kind of domed out, like they're holding air. There's a little mud flap, but I kind of feel that could be rigid as well, so definitely glad I didn't take this off the stand because I think I'd break those off. You can see kind of here there's a tiny exhaust, and it's got a little bit of depth and black in there, so that's good. What is it? Is this a door handle? I'm looking at the side photograph. I have a suspicion that's the door handle. I never realized that on the classic Range Rover. Okay. And then also we have a door lock, and it's raised painted silver, so that looks good. We have some external hinges, which I didn't realize the first Range Rover had. Okay, we do have a pretty big recess here. I'm not sure why this body, this is where the hood, matches the fender. I just don't know why it's so big here. I'm looking at the photographs and it doesn't look that gappy in the photographs. Or is that black paint? I don't know. It looks like well, I'm not sure what's going on because this definitely looks like it's the same piece of metal here. So what about the other side? What's this other side going to show us? Strange. It looks like a physical break, but maybe it's just it has to be just a deep groove, maybe. Anyways, this side, the only difference would be the fuel filler is here, painted black, raised. There's some black paint here. I guess that's just a panel, and there's like a vent here on the real one. The window molding is raised and painted black, so that's nice. Going to the front, we have the plastic headlights. They are there. They're just, kind of hidden by the brush guard here. What about these turn signals, though? Are they plastic? I'm going to zoom in. I think it's definitely paint. I guess it's just paint on this black grill. This black grill is plastic. Yeah. Okay. The Camel Trophy thing looks nice. I think that must probably be a separate piece. Or no, I think it's molded into this brush guard. And then some silver paint here for the, I guess, fog lights, maybe? Actually, I wish these were a little thinner. I feel like Inno could have done a better job here. They could have had photo etch metal here, which I have seen photo etch metal parts from this brand, so it would have been nice. This looks like something Mini GT would do, but a Mini GT costs half as much, if not more than half as much as this brand usually. Okay, the Range Rover is printed nicely though, quite legible. We seem to have some black here for some sort of intake to the, I guess, the interior. And then these little black things are really excessively large. I have to go back to this. First, I don't see them at all on these trucks from 1982 there, but if we go to this Papua New Guinea one, you do see a little bit of black right there. This photo was taken in 1982, so they can't get high quality photos. So those things are so small, I kind of feel like Inno could have just skipped them. Right? Anyways, I have to assume they probably vent out some air or something, or possibly they're snorkels. Maybe they go to an intake system. Alright, well, we do have these separate wiper blades, and they're really nice because they actually go from vertical to horizontal to vertical. So they're literally perpendicular to the windscreen. That's really good. Okay, Range Rover is printed again nicely, as well as the black out of the windshield molding. And then look at this detail. This is quite cool. The sweep of the wiper blade. Notice how it's clean here, but it's dirty here, where the wiper blades wouldn't actually sweep the windshield. That's something I've never seen in a 1/64 scale model. Granted, I don't have too many dirty ones. That's something I've only seen model kit makers do. Like when I built a 24 scale Mini Cooper, and I did that. Unfortunately, I sold that model off. I should have kept it. Alright. Instinctively, I kind of wish these are inserted pieces of plastic with the black printed over them. Or maybe even just have headlight covers or something like that. Like this. Well, I don't know. I guess it's just clear glass on the real photos now that I'm looking at it. So, yeah, I feel like Inno is cheaping out on that. I know they can do a better job than this. They've had many front ends of other castings with more than 2 pieces of plastic for the lights. Okay. Yeah, this roof rack is plastic. Well, these are also plastic. And they're quite thick. Alright. You got the tires, and so now you see what they look like clean. So that's nice. Okay, and there's some sort of ribbing here in the roof up there. Going to the back, it's pretty open there. For very thin defroster lines, you could probably see through it on the regular road going one, but this is obviously very dirty, so it's hard to see. We have the hand grab, and it looks like a silver dot, probably for like a lock. The Camel trophy printing is nice. I wonder if this Camel trophy stuff is a decal or a tampo. I think it's a decal. What about the side one? Yeah, they're decals, but because they actually covered it with this dirty paint, maybe they won't peel off or anything like that, although they might crack over time. The rear taillights, they are translucent plastic, and they have the black printing on these ribs, so that's nice. There is light bouncing around in there a little bit. I'm not sure if this is actually a red reflector, because I see it on both sides. So if it is, that's a nice little print detail. This bumper is a separate piece. You can see like a gap there. Alright. Let's check out the interior, though it's going to be tough with the dirty windows and all that. But looking through the front, it seems to be a black dashboard. And then the seats are pretty nice. You do have the ribbing there, and the seat belts are actually decaled on, so that's cool. That's actually pretty rare for a road car to have seat belts. Race cars, yes, the harness and stuff, but yeah, that's a rarity. I like it though. It's very cool. You can see that side door panel actually has, I think, black on it as well. Maybe switches or something like that. Boy, now it's getting really hard because, well, you know what? If I shine through the back. Well, while we're at it, look at the trunk. It's got some ribbing down there and side panels in the trunk. Alright, I guess we can pull this off. Look at the dashboard. Well, let me try to zoom in. Alright, nice. Gauges in the cluster there. I think there could be silver in the center console, where the buttons and horizontal switches or something, slide switches maybe. Alright, so yeah, that's a good interior. There's an e-brake, and it's got a black lever. I think that might be a low transfer case and a regular stick shift. It looks like there's 2 sticks there, black sticks, on the top part of above the e-brake. Are there actually pedals? No, I don't see any pedals. That would have been cool. Okay. Alright, well, it's nice to see seatbelts. I can't say I see them in the back, but it makes more sense that they're in the front. Let's look at a few other models then. Alright, let's show off a few other trucks here. So here's the Nissan Patrol, 1968 Nissan Patrol, and I believe this is by Greenlight. Oddly, the bottom doesn't actually say the brand who made it, but I suspect this is a Greenlight. It's really weird that companies don't take credit for the things they make. I really find that odd. Would you buy a car and it didn't have the badge on the car? that's basically what's going on here. Anyways, this next one is a green light for sure. It's molded in. It's a Ford Bronco. It's got some light bar action as well. And then Tarmac Works Global, we have this Land Rover Defender 110. I believe it's the latest generation Defender. So, top view here. The Patrol is quite a small vehicle, being so old. I'm going to bring out one more model because I think I now remember why I didn't buy this initially. It's too expensive where I live, at least. Because for what I paid for this, you can buy this for less money. This is by Master. Master has this Defender 110. And look at the details this one has. It has metal brush guards. It has all this extra gear, more gear up top. It has photo etched metal ramps, traction ramps. This is just molded in plastic. This one has rubbery mud guards. My mirrors are rigid still. And then look, the photo etched metal light grill. So Master did a much better job as far as the amount of parts and detail and work involved in making a scale model. Inno did not. So if you're just shopping for a Camel trophy truck, I would recommend you get the Master. It simply has higher quality parts and more of them. Okay. Now, does that mean this is a bad model? No, it doesn't. It's still a pretty nice model. It's just that I think I've been spoiled by some of the other Inno64 offerings, and I tend to be more amazed with what they do. But knowing that there's another brand making a better Camel trophy truck, and possibly for less money, that's why I'm not so happy about this purchase. So Inno64, you still do a good job. The use of decals is a main detractor for this brand, for me at least. And then, it's not a detractor, but Mini GT might pass you guys. It seems like the way Mini GT is going, they seem to be adding more and more details. Maybe their prices are going to go up, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens a year from now if Mini GT details are actually higher than Inno64's and can still maintain a similar, if not lower price. Right now they're definitely lower priced. Yeah, well, with that said, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review. Possibly if Mini GT puts out a road-going version, I'll get that. I don't care to get the identical one, but I definitely wouldn't mind a road-going Range Rover. Alright, thanks for watching. Happy trails.